Selfishness has made us to remain poor. When you think of want to get more and more and more and more and more. But when you leave, your children remain very poor. Many people had money, but right now they've been begging for a cigarette. There's no guarantee, my brother, my sister, there's no guarantee. Whatever that you're putting together is good. But as long as God is not involved, has no guarantee, has no insurance. Do you know the natural disaster cannot be insured? One rain comes, take your house, no insurance. When tsunami comes, no insurance. But what you hide in heaven, the cacahuete, Nazogo, the Lucas never reached there. That you see me, I look like a donkey. Like this day when Bachuan didn't want to work, I'm leaving my house, going there to force the work to be done. Because I know, not today, tomorrow, has a great role to play. Though it's very important to understand, all of us are looking, God bless me. I see my certificate. I see my certificate. God giving you a certificate, not for you. He gives you to become a channel for those who cannot afford. The unreachable people. I want to give you a shocking story. In 2002, I started a prison ministry. I was going with some few group of people, but along the line they get tired. I left alone. I continue. As I continue, in 2007, that is in Botswana, God gave me a revelation. He said to me, you see why these people are escaping during Christmas time? It's because there's nothing showed them what is going on. He said to me, put the televisions in prisons. When I inquired from the office of, officer in charge, they said to me, oh, prophet, it's not to be allowed to put television in prison. I said to them, I sit down with them. I said to them, they said to me, let us inquire from the commissioner, the former commissioner, not the one current. They inquired, they said, no. In fact, the foreigner who cannot agree. But I thank God for the life of 15 charge that time. They said to me, prophet, we are getting the risk. Put them. We're not telling the ERG. We put them in 2007. Now they begin to observe. 2007, December, no invasion. 2008, no invasion. 2009, they wrote to the minister, said to them, we have seen something very different here. This small television, I'm not talking about flat screen television, box television, they were very cheap one. I think that time I was born there, 400 puller, cheap one. And put a decoder that was 200 and put a dish. Though less than 1,000 puller, I can mount a television in one of the prisons because I'm putting all the prison around Gaborone. Do you know what happened in 2009? They came to recognize the minister have to come down, who had a big event, the whole prisons, a big event, recognize for me to donate televisions in all prisons, including Malape, and many, Francistown, many places the television went. Now, because I'm very smart, I did not lock the television to put only the must only watch Christian channel. I said to them, let's do this. Everyone in prison is not a Christian. But let's do this time to this time, the Christian. This time to this time, Mukarakan. And all other people can wash. That was a very good agreement. You don't know how I was. If I want to be elected in prison, straight away you cannot compete with me. Now, other churches came. They bring flat screen, expensive screen, and they lock. They say, only Christian channel must be watched. Believe me, the prison will throw away those television. I say, our box is more value than all these boxes. That is me in the yellow t-shirt. Can you see? The Permanent Secretary of Defense and Justice, Mr. Makonazote, receiving a donation from Pastor L. Ngoma. That was the newspaper, the whole country. 2009. That is me. You have seen? We don't speak with reality. That is me. Look at the big box. But it made a great change. This behind there is the commissioner of prison. That is the permanent secretary who signed like a DG, Director General, who signed by the minister to come on behalf. Any question? 2009. If you want me to bring many evidence to you, you're going to run away. That time, that big church was not there. We're still in the garage. We're still inside the garage. Don't you see the revelation? Though I'm a pastor, I did not tell because I put the television there, only those who pray must watch television. No. I said television is television, but let's divide time. This time to this time, those who want to worship God, they must watch. But from this time, those who want to watch football, let them watch football. Do you understand what I mean? There is a way you must come. I came to break that law. That was a law for many years ago in the prisons. Prisoners was not allowed to watch television. But where I came from, can be a mkwere, can be how you call me Mamujiwa, none of your business. But God used me to bring solution that people could not have a solution. How much money I had? Nothing. The little money I was making is where I'm buying those television. But I managed to put television until even the place they call Sultan installed television. I was there inside. Only me was allowed to go inside to be locked and do the installation. Though is a way you can get risk. Do you know how many lives of people changed? Those I've been in my church have seen. Many people become pastors. Many people become believers. Many people become life-changing. They came to your churches to come and testify what God has done for them inside the prison. Though you don't understand what I'm trying to explain to you. And if they are listening to me today, in that particular time, 2009, I said to them, my time to come daily in prison is over. I'm not coming again. But you're going to see me in a television. They laughed. I said, you always made us laugh. But the day in 2013, August, they saw Blessing TV inside the prison playing in the same, the television I put in 2007, 2009, began to play Blessing TV inside the prison. Hobart, any question? I will shock you. I was paying $16,500 a month. Today, everybody have a television. Put your calculator. $16,500 a month. Put your calculator. In rand, more than 200,000 rand a month I was paying. Not fair. Not asking people money. People want to join me as partner. They paid only 1 month. The following month, no one could continue. But I made the television to run for so many years. It's not because I could not build a mansion in the country of Botswana or in South Africa. I could do so. If you calculate, I want more than 5 years of the television, $16,500 a month. Calculate how much money. I'm able to win Hobart through that television. Rachel through that television. Annie that television. Durisi that television. Julia that television. Maxime that television. Mrs. Mo that television. Who's that again? Plenty. Anik that television. Joyce that television. I mean, can you see? Because of the money that Pastor Tomo that because of the money that I supposed to buy my house, but I'm able to put it in the work of God. Rashida in that television. They can see the fruit. Tiffany is on television. What about now? I'll still continue to do the Zoom. Tomorrow, see me having my jet. Peter will be coming jealous. You don't understand how long I begin to invest in Heavenly Bank. Fund when I was going to the villages, Kapama village, whatever villages, when I was giving clothes and food. Fund. Ask me which year. Pichani, ask me which year this one. And you know this village, this Odi Matebele village, in 2005, my work was this, to go and get these clothes from the rich people and go and give to the people. This one for them is a new clothes. Look, dressing old women. Have you seen? This is just, look how old I was. Or look how old I was looking. Look at where I am now. But look how I'm shining today. Look how I was. Very old. And very young that time. Very poor. Corina. You see how far I'm coming from? Look. It's still me. Giving people blanket. "20 years ago, the record is there." He said, "I'm waiting for God to bless me." When? When you think God will bless you? The little one has given to you. You start from there. Do you understand what I'm trying to explain to you? Is where you could be buying the God power. By the heart. The certificate has come. The certificate has come. There's some people I don't even mention them, but I thank God for their life. The certificate comes is by doing what moves God, what makes God happy. If this lady will travel 600 kilometers all the way from Orapa, he comes and go back the same. Are you sure this woman can go again to church? But now she have the confidence that God is me told her when she sent me a SMS, I said, come. And she came. And when she gone back, you can see. Because I had a confidence. I have a confidence. Ramashaba, I have a confidence that if I tell you come, I have something for you. For free. Now, if you want to follow a pastor or a ministry, you must dig the history where someone coming from. And as you reach there, look him. If you see him, he's gone like this, run away from him. But you see him, he's still the same like yesterday, even when they had nothing. These are the people to follow. There's somewhere to take you. The history, life caring of people. How many people? You only, your family members say that. But how many people from the street you have changed life? People that you don't know. People that expect nothing from them. God never bless you. It's very important to understand that Christianity is when you want from God, get ready also to do for others. Look at our office. How many people calls one-on-one? One-on-one. They want to see the prophet one-on-one. I said to them, come to church. I'll meet you one-on-one for free. That you see, when you come to our church, I pray for the rich people, I pray for the poor people, I pray for the sick people. Everywhere I touch, until you roll down your head when it's broken, I put it together. Do you understand what I mean? A true servant of God, when people comes in, boring, crying, pain, lamenting, when they leave, their head become up. It's very important for you to learn from there. That at the end of the day, you become a vessel of honor. I'm talking to general. Those who do so, I thank God for them. But those who are still sleeping, I don't know when I'm going to wake up. But time is moving. You are not going to get this kind of revelation, this kind of blessing words that will help you tomorrow. Whatever putting in the bank, houses, cars, land, has no guarantee. But whatever, look, what I was doing in 2003, 4, 5, I'm harvesting right now. I mean, because don't talk. You have seen where I started. I did not even have a new clothes to give people. But today, I can build a hospital. I can give wheelchairs. It's those small things I was giving is what God saw. And God provide big things to give to people. It's because if I could be selfish, I remember in 2011, 2012, we had no wheelchairs in Botswana, including the hospital. But I had more than 1,000 wheelchairs. People whisper to me, oh, we can approach the Ministry of Health that can sell. I said to them, I cannot sell. And at the time, we were building our church. We had no money. I said, I cannot sell even one wheelchair. I had blanket. The Hindu community, the Hindu church, they give me 500 blanket. I said, I cannot sell anything. I must give for free. And the church got finished with not selling a wheelchair, not selling a blanket. For you, you could get advantage to sell that because we are building God's church. Let's sell wheelchairs, let's sell blanket. The devil has trap. God can test you. God can test you. You have 1,000 wheelchair. There's no wheelchair in the country, and you are building a church. You put 500 wheelchair, 1,000 wheelchair for 500. How much money I could get that time? I said to myself, never. Give what you have to the less privileged, and God will give back to you. And there's no way your souls will get dry. Never. Yes, Dominic. Never. As long as you continue to do for him, he will do for you. Other people pray for me. No. Do what God wants for you, from you, and God is going to do what you want. Simple. The God that we save is a stoppable God. Is a stoppable God. I've seen him. I've seen working wonder through my life. What could happen if we could not get reached in 2007 to put television in a hiding way? But we see after 3 years, God touched the minister by force to accept the gift of television to be placed on the prisons. The laws broken. Fear make us to remain poor. The French people say, "Qui ne risque rien n'a rien." If you don't risk, you get nothing. Even getting married to your wife is a risk. Getting married to your husband is a risk. How many years you know you are going to stay together? But why cannot risk for God, who can take care of your life, who created you, who knows even your intestine? If you can risk on your wife, on your children, how much more can you risk in God, who knows you better than anybody? Gauge. If you are risking for Cecilia and Anik, how can I risk for God? You think Anik have more guarantee than God? Is where our trouble is. I'm a married man. I build a church, my house, my wife no house. I'm building again a hospital, my wife have no house. Can you do that? They'll cut your neck. It's a risk to take. For God to risk for you. The higher risk you take, the higher also He take you.